Hi, it's Kevin Levates, CEO of ChainFrog here, and I was reading a bit about the usual thing that comes up when people talk about Bitcoin, other than energy consumption, namely the limit in transactions, 3 to 7 transactions per second, which is woefully low compared to, for example, PayPal or Visa or MasterCard. And of course, that's fixed into Bitcoin by design. There's only 1 megabyte per block. Blocks are made every 10 minutes. The transactions have a certain size, so you're not going to be able to get beyond 3 or 4 transactions a second. However, if you have a blockchain with different parameters, then you can have many more transactions being processed. And what I'm going to do here is look at MultiChain out of the box, which comes with 15-second blocks and 64 megabyte size for those blocks. So you can have 64 megabytes of transactions every 15 seconds. So what I have here is a couple of terminals. I'm just going to fire up a couple of multi-chains. So first I have to log in to a cloud machine. So this is machine 104.248.163.61. Let's connect in, and so we're logged into that one, and have a second one as well. So we'll set up a 2-node blockchain, and you'll see that that's not actually that hard to do with MultiChain. So second machine has got an IP address of 91. Right, so if you go to the MultiChain installer site, there's a bunch of commands that you run to change the temp directory, download the MultiChain tar file, unzip it, and then copy it to your user local bin, which means you can run the MultiChain commands. So there we are. I've just installed MultiChain on one machine. Now we'll do it on the other. And there we go. And this means that I can now set up a blockchain. So let's create a MultiChain blockchain on the first machine, and we'll do that with the MultiChain util command, create chain 1, and now we can start that blockchain with the MultiChain daemon command. So here we go, MultiChain d chain 1 daemon. So that sets it up and running and does the other nodes can connect using this address that I am highlighting now, with that command in fact. Right, now let's go over to the other machine. So I'm going to copy, oops, I accidentally unselected it. I'm going to copy that. I will go over to MultiChain machine number 2 and paste it, and it's going to tell me that I wasn't allowed to because I haven't been let into this blockchain, because MultiChain is a permissioned rather than an open blockchain. So we'll copy this command from MultiChain machine 2 over to MultiChain machine 1, and that will give MultiChain 2 the right to connect to the blockchain and send and receive assets, which is what we're going to need to do in order to have a sort of seat of the pants test of how quickly we can route transactions between these two. So now we'll try connecting in again. And I think we must remember to put, we don't even need the address anymore, it's remembered that one. We just need to make sure that we make it a daemon. Up, right. Yes, so now we have 2 nodes. Great. And what I can actually do is I could list my assets on this one. Let's have a look. Copy, paste, up. Oops, I have not specified the chain. I'm going to make some mistakes here because I'm just doing this first time. Right, I have no assets. Let's see if I can get my wallet address. That should be this command, chain one get addresses, and there's my wallet address. So let's go back to machine 1 and create an asset. I'm going to create an asset called coins, and I need my own address first. Let's see, what was it? We just had it over here, didn't we? So hopefully you're coping with me jumping between the two machines here. So we're on MultiChain 1. MultiChain 1's address is this one, and I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to issue a new asset. So this is like creating a digital coin. The command is MultiChain command line interface on chain 1 issue, type it correctly, from my address, a coin called, let's call it Multicoins, or Multicoin. We'll issue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a million of them, and we'll allow them to be divided down to Multicoin cents. Oops, typo. There we go. So Multicoin has now been issued, and MultiChain node 1 owns a million of them, and we can see that by issuing a get total balances. There we are. And now let's try and send some to the other machine. So MultiChain chain 1 send to address. We want this address here. Let's send it to this one. We are going to send Multicoin, and we will send 1, and hopefully that's worked. And then if we go to this one, we do a get total balances command, and then we should, if it's been put into a block, see that we have some. Yes, there we are, we have 1. And just to clarify what we're doing here, let's send another one. We go over here, we look at balances, and it should still be at 1, but in the next 10 to 20 seconds it should turn into 2. Still 1, so we're still waiting for another block. And hopefully sometime in our lifetime we'll see that it becomes 2. Yes, there we are. Now it's 2. Great. So we've got, in that space of time, I've set up 2 MultiChain nodes, and I've issued a new digital asset called Multicoin, and I've transferred 2 of them from the original creator to the second address. So now what I'm going to do is a very simple, I'm going to run a little script. Let's see, let's type that in. So we're going to time it, and we're going to loop 10,000 times. And what are we going to do? We are going to, oh, hold on, I am on the wrong machine. Easy to do because they look the same. Let's go over to the one that has all the assets. So it'll have, it should actually have a million minus 2. There we are, it does. Right, let's run a little script here. Time means that it's going to tell us how long it takes to run. This is a loop for I from 0 to 10,000. We are going to transfer, actually let's make sure that we can see how far through the loop we are. So we've got echo, and then we're going to do that send command that we had up here. Send 1 at a time. So send 1 Multicoin coin each time. And I think that's it. I just type done and it'll run. So here we go. Fingers crossed. Book. Yes, there we go. So these are 700 transactions, 1,000 transactions being sent out, 2,000. Let's go across and look at the other side and see what the balance is. Nope. We've got 2,203, so that many made it into one block. So there's some more coming in. Okay, but that's not increased there because another block hasn't been added yet. Is it still running? Okay, 6,000, 7,000. Maybe we've been another 15 seconds. Hard to keep track of time when you're typing things into a terminal. Right, so another block has processed another bunch. There, it took just under a minute, 49 seconds, for my cloud computer to process and send 10,000 transactions, and there's the balance. So I guess I could estimate a minute, 4 blocks in total to do that. So let's do a quick calculation. 10,000 in, say, 50 seconds. That's... what are we going to work it out there? Let's call up a calculator. It's a Saturday, I'm not thinking perfectly brilliantly. Right, 10,000 transactions divided by 50 seconds. That's 200 transactions a second. Now, this is just with some basic off-the-rack mid-level processor power cloud computer. 2 of them, in fact. We could have set up more, but then you would have really got confused with the number of multi-chains that were up and running. But basically, between these 2 things, running with a couple of virtual CPUs, we managed to process 10,000 transactions in 50 seconds. So 200 transactions a second. And in practice, multi-chain should be able to handle many orders of magnitude higher than that. In fact, it starts being bandwidth rather than blockchains, block size and block generation rate. That'll hold it up. Okay, as I said, I didn't know how this was going to pan out, but 200 transactions a second is obviously a lot better than 3 or 4 a second, and as far as I can tell, I can't see any reason for it not to be able to process 10,000 or maybe even 100,000 transactions a second with suitably powerful computers. Okay, anyway, hope you found that entertaining or at least informative, and any of you who are into development out there, I can heartily recommend MultiChain as a good starter blockchain to get your teeth into. I have no connection to the MultiChain guys myself. It just happens to be a blockchain engine that I really like to use, precisely because what you could see in this video, namely that you can fire up a blockchain and start doing stuff like this in a matter of minutes. Okay, well, I hope you found that good, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye bye.